Hey babes, it's your girl Corey Cheyenne. I am back here with another video for you girls. As always, you know, I'm always getting on here, girl, talking about something, girl, just being bored and running my damn mouth. And y'all just love to listen to me. And you know what? I'm cool with that. I appreciate y'all because I have a lot to talk about. If you're new here, welcome. Nice to meet you. Feel free to talk to me anytime. You know, we are good people over here. We are a positive channel and we are all cool, you know, all about positivity and life experiences and bringing each other up and stuff. So if you're new here, go ahead and click the subscribe button and the notification bell so that way you'll be notified when I make more videos and you guys can continue to watch me and keep up with my ass, girl, because I don't even really be having too much of nothing going on. But I just decided to get cute today, y'all. It's 420 and like I haven't really worn makeup in like forever, you know, since all this bullshit's been going on. We've been having quarantine and stuff. I haven't really been wearing no makeup, so I haven't like really. So this is going to be like my little coming out story behind, you know, me coming out as being trans and like, you know, just to add on to my journey, you know, just like, because I'm very like upfront with my stuff and I don't hide anything, and I just also like want to just be able to tell my story and share my story within hopes that maybe it'll inspire someone else to always live in their truth and be true to themselves and just live however you want to live, as long as you're spreading love and positivity, you know. And through ups and downs, if there are people who are living the same lifestyle I live or who are looking to live the same lifestyle that I live, maybe I can help you, whether it be a trans boy or a trans girl, or if you're not trans, or if you just anything you want to do, but mainly for the trans people because we do live a very hard life. So I came out in 2017 as trans, and you know, everyone has like a different backstory with it. A lot of people use this like, you know, or have the backstory of, oh, when I was younger, you know, I always knew that I wanted to be a girl, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, I want to just say for me, it wasn't more so that I wanted to be a girl, but because I didn't really understand anything at that time, you know, but I did have feelings of where I was just like, you know, I didn't understand a lot, and I didn't understand like why I didn't really get a choice, you know, or I didn't get to choose, like, because had I been able to choose, I definitely would have, you know, been able to choose to be a girl or something, you know. And it was more so like, okay, trying to continue to grow up, living a life and becoming a person that doesn't resonate with me, or living a life that I don't want to live, or being something that I don't want to be and trying to fake it and act like something that I'm not, you know. And it's just really like, oh, it was bittersweet because I was a kid, so I didn't understand any of the things, but this is what I was feeling. Everybody knows the hair and the makeup and the girl clothes and stuff. Like, as a child, like, you know, playing with Barbies and stuff like that. I always wanted to go into the girls' bathroom and stuff, you know, and just do everything girls could do, you know. I was so infatuated with the anatomy of a woman, not in a way of like, you know, I'm attracted to anything, because let me just say this, like, I'm one of those people, I've never done anything with a girl, ever. The only thing I've done is kiss, you know, and I would kiss a girl to this day, but kissing is nothing. But I've never like took it there with the girl. I don't see myself ever taking it there with the girl, whether she's trans girl or biological girl, because I just don't feel like that's something that I would be personally into. Always growing up with feelings of wondering like what it would be like if I was a girl, you know. And then growing up in like middle school and elementary school and being attracted to the boys, and like, you know, secretly keeping that to myself, literally not telling anyone, but just keeping it to myself, you know, like, wow, he's like my friend, but he's like so cute, you know, like, I'm really into him, you know, like, stuff like that. And it's just kind of like how it like, you know, plays out with you getting into your sexual identity and stuff, and then becoming the person that you want to be. So for me at the time, it was just more of a sexual orientation, you know, like my sexual identification, like sexual identity, not my gender identity. Like, my main thing about that was just like, I, you know, felt like I was always feeling a type of way that I wasn't supposed to feel, because, you know, growing up, you know, being a boy, you're supposed to be, you know, masculine, not feminine, and this and that, do things that boys want to do, wear what boys want to wear, play with boy toys, you know, play video games, like boys this, boys that, you know. And it's very much divided, and it's like you just never really had a choice. At least me growing up in my time, you know. Now I'm pretty sure things are a hell of a lot different for kids, but, you know, I mean, I'm not saying that I'm like super old because I'm a 90s baby. I just always felt like I was just not really born in the wrong body, but I just wanted different, you know. I didn't want to live this life. I didn't want to be a boy. I wanted to be a girl so bad, you know, like, I didn't want to be a boy. And I didn't do anything about it, and I didn't really look into it because I was young and I really didn't know what to do. So I was like, okay, and I knew my parents wasn't gonna have that. So it's not like I could just talk to my parents like, oh hey, you know, like I'm black and my family's black, okay? And I come from, you know, like, it's the hood, sort of kind of, yeah, it's sort of kind of like the hood. That's I kind of come from the hood, girl. Like, you know, thug cousins, thug uncles, thug daddy, thug stepdaddy, everybody. Mama was low-key thugging, like, it was real, like, you know. So I went on my life, you know, living a lie, of course, because I felt like that's what I had to do, and that's what I did. When I got into middle school, like, you know, I used to get teased a lot. I got picked on in elementary school, I got picked on in middle school and high school too. Throughout all of my years of like school, I came out as gay at 18 in like 10th grade. And then, you know, like when I came out, like I was DL, you know, I was kind of already, you know, like feminine and stuff. And then by that time, like I started watching like RuPaul's Drag Race in 10th grade, and like I was getting into, you know, some makeup, and I was getting into hair and stuff like that and performing. I even had like a little drag name for myself. I called myself Michelle Lanes. Like it was so weird. Like I wanted to be on RuPaul so bad and stuff, like, and I would like only be like, oh, I can only dream of the day if I could do something like that, you know. Like one day I would come out of the closet after high school when I graduate, and I'm gonna go on RuPaul's Drag Race, you know. And I was like, I'm just gonna practice and lay low till then, but it didn't work out. So I came out in the 10th grade, and I started talking to boys like before I came out or whatever, and I got to the junior year. That's when I started to experiment with like clothes, you know, girl clothes and boy clothes. Like I knew deep down I always wanted to be super feminine. Once I came out, it was over. Like after I told my mom and I had her support, girl, it was over from that point, girl. I was like, fuck all that. Like I'm gonna do what I want to do, and I'm gonna be the best me I can be. Like nobody's gonna stop me, and that's what I did. You know, I had the support from my mom, and that's all I really wanted. I didn't care about my peers, the outside world. Like I was gonna be me. So I, you know, started blossoming, and then I got my first like weave, and I started wearing like, you know, makeup and like to school. I was already doing it behind closed doors, but I started wearing it to school. Once I started doing all that, like I started going to house parties, and like once I went to house parties, I was able to experiment with like different outfits and looks and stuff. And I had my inspirations growing up, like Little Debbie, Black China, Azalea Banks when she was cool, and she made good music and stuff, and she wasn't on no drama. Like Iggy Azalea, like the old Iggy. I mean, I don't got a problem with Iggy, but I just like the old Iggy better. She was more raw, and just, you know, like I was really getting into like female rappers and stuff, like, oh, Nicki Minaj, you know, Beyonce, like everybody. I just wanted to be bad or whatever. And then after I graduated high school, that's when, you know, like I was already at that point wearing hairstyles, like, and I had a name. I used to be Bubbles. I was Bubbles, like, and that originated from me being in a group of friends with these other boys, and like they weren't, you know, as feminine as me. I was the most feminine. I was always the girl, you know. I was always the girl in any like friendship, any group of the gays. I was always the girl, like regardless of me transitioning or not, you know. And a lot of people would ask me if I wanted to transition, and I would say no because I heard like bad things, and I heard, you know, like I wasn't okay with the idea of being on medicine for the rest of my life and stuff, you know. I thought about it, but it was nothing that I didn't think I would really be into. Why? Because people made it seem like it was such a negative thing to do, you know. And I even degraded some of the trans girls, and it's crazy, like I don't know why I would do something like that. That was just the old dumb me, you know, because I looked up to those very girls, you know, and they're more than beautiful ever now, you know, as they've always been. So I was living with my aunt, and then one of her friends asked her, she was like, you know, was that going to transition? And my aunt was like, no, you know, we haven't had that conversation yet, you know, like we never really talked about it, which is the truth, because like I never really talked about that, thought about that, brought that up, you know, like it was never a thing that I was, you know, so hell-bent on, you know, doing or whatever. I'm sorry about this piece of hair, y'all. It's sticking up. Honestly, I'm tired of trying to get out of my face. Y'all see it, whatever, you know. Don't pay it no mind. Years and years and years been leading up. I graduated high school 2014, so like I've just been, you know, trying to figure myself out since then, you know. And 2017, I want to say, is the year that it didn't become a thing because it's not a thing. It's not like a trend. It's not like something that you can just, you know, like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, like do this because someone else is doing it. Like, it's not one of those things. It's one of those things where you see a lot more people coming forward with it and being more visible about who they are and what they want to do, and then just kind of educate you, you know, more on exactly what it is. And that's what gets you to feeling like, okay, well, this resonates with me. This is what I want to do. You know, this is how I feel, you know, like, and then that's when you start to make the decision. You start to question yourself, you know, like, is this something I really want to do? This is what I did, you know. This is how I came to terms with me being trans. This is how I discovered, you know, me being who I want to be. I just got inspiration from other people, and it's just the more videos that I watched, 2017, you know, like, and I seen people like putting their stories out and stuff, and I was just like, wow, like I really do. So that's when I had the name Bubbles too. I'm sorry, y'all. I had the name Bubbles. That was not like a professional name. I couldn't use that name at work and stuff, you know, like that was so unprofessional. It wasn't like something that sounded realistic, you know, like it was a nickname or something. So I never used that name. But then when I, you know, decided I wanted to transition, you know, fully transition, because fully transition is not getting SRS. Fully transitioning is when you come to that point within yourself, when you realize this is what you want to do, and you want to transition from male to female, and you want to leave your male behind, and you want to leave that in the past, and you want to just continue to grow and blossom into this beautiful person that you know you are and to be. You just do that. 2017, when I came to terms that I wanted to transition, I picked a name for myself. And like a lot of people were trying to name me, you know, like a lot of people were trying to like, oh my God, you should be named this, you should name yourself this, you should name yourself that. And I'm just like, no. Like, I'm going to name myself. Like, I just want to do whatever, like, is gonna make me happy, whatever I feel like will resonate with me. So how I found my name was, I love the Kardashians so much. I want to be a Kardashian so bad, but I can't be a Kardashian because I'm really not in their family, so I couldn't put their name as my last name. And I spelled Corey with the K because it was different, you know. Kendall, Kylie, Chloe, Courtney, Kim, Burley, Chris, girl, Kardashian, and Corey Kardashian, you know, K. But I kept my last name because I couldn't, obviously, like, you know, still a Kardashian's name. I couldn't put that on my freaking ID, like I'm not a Kardashian, you know. So that's how that came about, girl. Once I came to that point when I was like, I knew I wanted to transition, I did a lot of shadow work within those 2 years trying to get started on my hormones, you know. I thought I had to do doctors and stuff. Like, it was just a lot trying to get actually started, you know. So I've been transitioning mentally 2 years before I physically started transitioning. And honestly, I think that's the best way to go, because once you learn yourself and learn, like, and really decide if this is something that you really want to do, that's when it becomes a real thing, a real journey, you know, a real soul search. And I think I encourage everyone to do that. If you're going to transition, whether you're a trans boy or a trans girl, you really have to just take time out to think, is this something that you really want to do? Because I don't think it's anything to play with. And plus, if you're going to do it, this is not an easy life to live. And you're going to need to understand it yourself. You're going to need to understand yourself, you know, in order to be able to defend yourself, to live your life authentically. Everyone's different, you know, to each his own. But this is the way that I did it. Despite all the trials and tribulations and the people who don't accept me, and the family members who don't accept me, or people who don't, you know, like the people that I thought were my friends who really don't want to see me win, or didn't see a future for myself as I see it for myself. I know I had a lot to work on, and I still do to this day, but girl, you know, we live and we learn. I think of it as like, you know, it's a journey that it's your journey. You know, nobody else is on this journey with you, you know. And I came out to my mom and my dad. I called my mom first, I think, because it was easier for me to talk to her. So I called my mom first, and I told her, you know, hey mom, this is what I want to do. You know, this time I've been gay for over 10 plus years, and I came out at 18. How? I've been gay for over like 5 plus years. I can definitely say that. Okay, 5 plus years. And And, you know, my mom already knew how I was, and she's the only one that I've been with. She took care of me and everything. Like, you know, I don't have a bad relationship with my dad, but we're not the closest, which, you know, it's nothing bad, you know. And he supports me, you know, even if he might not understand it, but he supports me still because, of course, you know, like, my family supports my mom, supports me. And I told my mom, and she was just, you know, like, okay, this is what you want to do, this is what you want to do. You know, like, she's supporting me. She just wanted me to be happy and just do it. I called him and he was just like, you know, and my dad already knew I was gay, you know, like, it was no surprise for him or anything. So he was like, you know, well, this is what you want to do. Then he supported me too, you know, like, my dad supported me. So it's like, I really got that part out the way, and that was the easiest thing for me, and that's what made it easier for me to actually be myself and live the life that I want to live, because I have the support from both my parents. So I am 25 now. I was 22. Yeah, I was 22 at the time when I decided I wanted to transition. And I've been transitioning for a year and like a year and 2 months now. Yeah, so May 1st it'll be a year and 3 months. Even if you're older, don't ever feel like you're too late. You know, if you're young, don't feel like you need to hurry up and start. Don't rush. Like, we have all the time in the world, and you can start whenever you feel like you want to start. And you can start whenever you feel like you're ready, you know? And just make sure that you're ready mentally. Like, I honestly feel like mentally, that's the hardest part about transitioning. The physical stuff, of course, you know, like, and just knowing, mentally knowing with patience, you know, you'll get the physique that you want, you know, and everything of that sort. Like, just understanding and knowing mentally that everything's gonna be okay and it's gonna take time. I just really encourage everyone who is looking to transition or is transitioning to get to know yourself and just really think about it. And that's kind of like my story about me coming out as being trans. I hope it was something interesting. I'm sorry if it was all over the place because, like I said, it's 420 and girl, I've had some edibles and I smoked a blunt. And to be honest, I'm about to go smoke another blunt. I'm about to go eat first. I'm starving and I'm hungry and I want to smoke some more. You know, it's fucking 420. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I was informative or inspiring to you. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up, like, comment, share if you will. Share it with your people, you know, share with some people that you maybe think would benefit off of a video like this. Don't forget to follow me on my social media. My Instagram and Snapchat at Corey Cheyenne, and you can follow me on my Twitter at Corey Cheyenne1. I hope you guys are really enjoying my story. I just want to say thank you so much for listening, guys. You guys were growing, and my transitional timeline video also has hit over 20,000 views, and if you have not seen it, you need to go watch it, period. It's going to be in the description box below. So, yes, I just want to thank you guys again so much for watching. Tell me guys what you think, of course, as always, and be loud, be proud, be you. If you think that no one loves you, just remember that the universe does, and I do too. Stay pretty, stay positive. I love you guys so much. Bye, babes.